all the hot topics has been discussed today as well. The leaders' meeting will be very important to prepare NATO to the upcoming years. It will be 70th year of NATO, and all the steps that will be taken accordingly with the alliance. We will have resolutions and we will have preparations as an alliance, and we're going to take precautions. In order to carry out our responsibilities in the region, we will continue our responsibilities, all our contributions with our alliance. We are taking a huge responsibility. This is very well known. The General Secretary his visit is also an appreciation of this fact. Of course, we are going to continue our sacrifices and our contributions. Of course, first of all, it is for the security of our nation, and secondly, it is for the security of our neighbors and allies. Of course, we expect our allies to cooperate with us and to support us. Of course, this is our natural expectation. Turkey has legitimate security concerns. Just to say this isn't enough. We want to see this in action too. Of course, this afternoon, our Prime Minister is going to meet the General Secretary of NATO, and of course, he's going to share his opinions too. So I'd like to give the floor to Stoltenberg, and I'd like to thank him. Thank you.
Minister Cavusoglu, my friend Mevlut, thank you so much for welcoming me once again here in Istanbul in Turkey. It's great to be back, great to meet you. And I'm also looking forward, as you mentioned, to meet the President later on today. Turkey is a strong member of our alliance. We have deep relations as NATO allies built over decades. You play a key part in what NATO does from the Black Sea to the Mediterranean. You are an important contributor to NATO's training missions in Afghanistan and in Iraq, and you are part of our mission in Kosovo, which helps maintain stability in the Western Balkans. NATO supports Turkey with defensive missile systems, helping to protect Turkey's southern border. We also support Turkey with increased air and naval presence. Over the years, NATO has invested more than $5 billion in military facilities in Turkey, including important infrastructure such as naval bases and radar sites. All of this clearly demonstrates NATO's strong commitment to Turkish security. Today, we have discussed the fight against terrorism. Turkey is at the forefront of a very volatile region. No other NATO ally has suffered more terrorist attacks. No other NATO ally is more exposed to the instability, violence and turmoil from the Middle East. And no other NATO ally hosts so many refugees as Turkey does, many of them from Syria. Minister Cavusoglu and I also discussed Turkey's ongoing operation in northern Syria. I shared with him my serious concerns about the ongoing operation and the risk of further destabilizing the region, escalating tensions, and even more human suffering. While Turkey has legitimate security concerns, I expect Turkey to act with restraint. We have a common enemy, Daesh. A few years ago, they controlled significant territory in Iraq and in Syria. Working together in the global coalition, we have liberated all this territory and millions of people. These gains must not be jeopardized. An imminent concern is that captured Daesh terrorists must not be allowed to escape. In the longer term, the international community must find a coordinated and sustainable solution to deal with the foreign fighters held in Syria. We also discussed the Turkish purchase of Russian S-400 missile system. I have repeatedly expressed my concerns about the impact of this decision. While it is for Turkey to decide which systems to purchase, there are real issues related to the lack of interoperability with NATO systems and the potential risk for allied aircraft. Minister Cavusoglu, Mevlut, Turkey is a great power in this great region, and with great power comes great responsibility. It is 70 years since NATO was founded. Turkey is an important part of this alliance, and we appreciate your contributions to our collective security, to our missions and operations. You are making NATO stronger. And together, Turkey and the other NATO allies, we continue to adapt to keep our people safe, strengthening our collective defense, stepping up the fight against terrorism, and responding to new challenges, because together we are stronger. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jens.